me.
Record.
Got it. Yeah. Record. Please ask the host to give you permission to record.
I just did.
Do I have permission? Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let me make you larger.
How do we become friends on this?
Wait, do you want me to add you through a phone?
You can do that.
Whatever you think. I could go live on just one end or both ends. It doesn't matter.
Why not? I'm gonna put you in the waiting room. How do we become friends? Wish we could become friends.
Yeah, I would like to be your friend.
I have no idea how to do that.
I don't know how to add you.
Either.
Hey guys.
Weird.
Hey guys, I'm on Facebook Live. Oh yeah, I should probably take. Hang on. They can't hear you, so talk a lot right now.
Hello! Oh, that you didn't mean loud.
Okay.
Sorry. Hello, it's me.
Oh, I can hear you now through the computer, by the way.
Is that bad?
Oh no, not at all. But I don't know how to add you through this.
You should, like, once you go live, you should be able to add somebody.
Hey guys, I'm attempting to go live with Amy right now. Ooh, where's my messy house? How do I add Amy?
How do I add Amy? Send a join. It shows join us.
Join live?
Yeah.
Join live?
It should.
Oh snap. Okay, so make sure you might want to make sure my speaker is through your headphones so that we're not echoing each other. My speaker is through your headphones so that we're not echoing each other. I just added you. Oh, never mind. You don't have your thing hooked up to that. That's okay. Did it approve you? I approved you. Sorry, guys. Hey, guys. We're trying to figure out some stuff. What are you doing, bud?
I'm trying to figure. What are you doing? I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't know. You didn't send me a request, but also your voice sounds like a man on here.
Because I am that. Okay. Because I am. That's okay. I can just put you through here.
Okay.
Just turn me off over there so I'm not echoing.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Hey. Oh, there you are. They can't be added to your broadcasting while user is connecting. Oh, I don't know. Okay. Hey guys, it's Bree and Amy. We are we are currently doing a recording for What's with the Neighbors episode 11, and we wanted to bring you guys behind the scenes. I don't have my right. I just realized that I don't have my filter on, so
Nope.
Well, they can see my.
That's your real face. Yep.
Yep. This is it. There's that lovely lady right there.
Hey.
We're the radio ladies that make the magic. So we are fixing to do our recording, and I actually wanted to read you guys the first the neighborhood story that's going to be featured in episode 11 real quick. Give you guys a little treat.
A little treat.
So I'm going to start right now. So if you want to listen, join in on the live video, or you could watch it later and not be as cool. So that's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
So this one is called inconsiderate farting. Yep, there it is. Yesterday, I was on one of my evening walks when I passed someone in their front yard talking on the phone. As I walked by, said person passed gas rather loudly. This printer's haunted. Rather loudly, without even trying to conceal it. Naturally, this upset me and ruined my train of thought. Not to mention, it smelled. If you feel like you need to break wind, please do it in a place that won't affect passerby. If you go outside, please go in your backyard or another place that's away from the public eye. Let's all work to make our community better. This is real, guys. That's from the Nextdoor app. Guys, do better. Conceal your farts. That's really inconsiderate that person just, how rude. Like, they're breathing that in. It's poisonous to your lungs. Methane is bad for you. So, I mean, it's just it's just all around not a good idea to fart in public.
Don't fart in people's. Yeah. That's so rude.
Next time you got to do it, go run to your backyard. Go to
your backyard. Go to your bathroom.
Yeah,
don't
go to your
fart
bathroom. Yeah. There's no safe place to fart anymore.
Nope.
That's ridiculous. It's
no safe place.
So that is the one of the neighborhood stories for episode 11. I have 20% battery right now, so I'm going to end this live. I just wanted to make it short and sweet. We wanted to show you guys the magic and behind the scenes. So this is where we do our thing. So y'all have a great day and
good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Happy early Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But we're gonna say all that in the podcast in just a minute. So thanks guys for listening.
Too. Bye.
Bye. Breed Amy out.
What's with the neighbors?
I should have kept that in there. Do you think that it got me recording okay?
Yeah, you sounded.
It was sideways.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine. That was my favorite one so far. Inconsiderate farting.
Oh, good.
Right now. So if you
sound fine.
If you want to listen, join in on the live video, or you can watch it later. And
because you sounded, when I first pulled it up, you sounded like a guy. It was weird.
It's because I'm drinking bourbon.
Oh, is that what it is?
Put some hair on my chest. Actually, I did have one of those hairs grow on my neck yesterday, and I got really excited. You know, like those random hairs that pop up.
Yeah,
it was like
I'm so
2
happy
inches
for
long.
you, Brie.
I was like rubbing my neck, and I felt it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to pluck you. I want to keep you forever. And then I plucked it, and you know, it's fine. It'll come back in another month or two. So it's a little white hair.
Harold
the hair.
Didn't you name it Harold?
I think I named it Frank.
Oh, it was Frank. That's right.
I have a TikTok about it, and it is it's actually my highest viewed TikTok.
I know.
About Harold or Frank the Hare.
It scares me.
It scares me. And about society. Like, what are you guys doing? Hey guys, this is our podcast, What's with the Neighbors. I'm Brie.
Yeah, I'm Amy. Don't know how I'm gonna. I guess I could just have your neighborhood story before our intro.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, dog.
It's okay. I just thought about that.
We'll figure it out.
It's fine. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So, yeah, this is What's with the Neighbors, true crime, paranormal podcast.
Everything.
Yep. In between, we love to talk about neighborhood drama and ourselves. Aliens.
Yes, definitely. I'm pretty sure most of the recording time has lately been about ourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We like to talk about conspiracy theories. All of it.
Stalkers.
Everything in between. Stalkers. Cults.
Cults.
Brie wants me to do a cult, and I'm not doing it because she keeps asking for it. So, like a stubborn child, I am not giving in.
I'm just gonna quit asking. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna quit asking. I'm gonna be that stubborn child till I get what I want. And I wonder why my kid acts like this. Okay, fine. Just get it already.
Just get it over with.
You can watch a movie.
Do we have any announcements?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
late Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy Black Friday shopping.
Hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving. Safe Thanksgiving. Yeah. I hope everyone, got those $5 sock packs. That's the only thing I go out for is the socks. You get like 10 socks for $5.
We used to do the movies, but now we just get them digitally.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta.
You'll be on your second day of leftover, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, third day of leftovers at this point. So, hey, hope you're hanging in there, guys. If you need a tip, eat some of that turkey on a sandwich with some mayo and some cranberry sauce, and maybe if you want to throw some stuffing on there.
Can I make a suggestion?
Oh, yes. Is this that one you told me about? Yes, it is.
It might be. It's called a Thanksgiving pizza.
No, you didn't tell me about this, and I want to know about
this. This is so stinking good. So you do like a pita flatbread pizza, and then you put turkey on it. You put cranberry sauce. You put stuffing on it, and you do a little bit of mozzarella cheese on the top. It sounds gross,
but that does not sound gross.
It is so good.
Like sweet and salty. Oh, that's my thing.
I've only had it in Disney World. Haven't been able to find it anywhere else.
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
That sounds so good.
Another one was Rick and I's first Thanksgiving together, which was a terrible experience for both of us. That's for another story. But we went to his friend's parents' house, and the dad the next morning did the bread. He toasted the bread, put mayonnaise on it with mashed potatoes, with salt and pepper on top of it, and ate it. And it sounded so gross. I'm like, that is disgusting. But he made me one, and it was so good.
You know what I'm thinking about. You know what I'm thinking about now with mashed potatoes. That burger.
Yeah.
Best burger of my whole life. Had mashed potatoes on it. Oh, so good.
Something's echoing.
Woo! Sorry.
Is the sound still going through your computer?
Yes.
Instead of your headphones?
Yep. Is that going to mess up everything?
Well, it just echoes every once in a while. Just fix it.
Okay. Cool. Okay. Cool.
Cool.
Son of a pup. Yeah, I just said that. Okay. So
I want to hear. So we don't have any announcements.
Nope. No announcements.
I want to hear a paranormal story.
A spooky paranormal story.
Spooky story.
Spooky skeletons. So I decided to go with a little bit of an easier, lighter, shorter story this week, since
you've been bringing us down for the last couple weeks.
I can imagine I'm hoping I scared the poop out of everybody whenever I told y'all about the black-eyed kids. And I also taught you something, so,
Yes, you did.
So this week, right? It's great. We're an educational podcast.
That's what we are. We should change all of the.
We teach you how not to die and how. Basically, just how not to die.
How not to die.
And about the dead.
And if you encounter a ghost, how to treat it.
How to treat it.
Yeah.
So I heard about this on a paranormal page that I'm on Facebook. It's called, I'd never heard of it before, so I was intrigued. It's called the Occidental Hotel, not Accidental, Occidental Hotel, and it is in Wyoming, Buffalo, Wyoming.
Oh.
So, sorry, that was a weird noise. So in the summer of 1879, Charles Buell stopped to settle while traveling the Bozeman Trail, which is it's now Buffalo, Wyoming.
Okay.
This was back in like times where like westerns and like back
During
in
like
the
the
day.
old Oregon Trail times.
Yes, exactly. So throughout his stop, I'm guessing he was just like camping out there, and just kind of like he liked the spot, so he just hung out there and decided to stay there. I don't know.
Sure.
But throughout being there, he had seen many people go on the trail.
Mhm.
And one day some miners had been going through the trail, and they were carrying a lot of
Miners
gold.
meaning children or
No, yeah,
mining? Okay.
mining like gold. They were carrying a lot of gold on them, and they had asked to stop and rest there,
Mhm.
temporarily if he would put them up. But like from what I got, it's like in a tent. So like you're gonna put, hey, can we stay here? Like, sure, you can stay here. I've got the guest bedroom for free. Like,
I heard you made
let
up
me
the
unzip
bed.
it. I didn't have zippers.
They definitely did not have zippers.
Yeah, definitely not. Um, so they'd asked to stay there with him and kind of chill out for a minute and take a rest. And
Right.
they also wanted somewhere to store their gold. So they'd asked if there was a bank nearby, which I mean, the town was like not there yet, so there's not a bank. But he had a hole, so he let them put it in the hole, a hole in the ground. Let me reiterate that.
He's like, there ain't no banks here, but I got this darn hole. It don't do much.
You can put all your money in this hole. It was a different time, you guys. So he let them store it there at which I mean pretty much became the first bank of Buffalo.
The hole,
Wyoming,
the
sorry.
hole.
Yeah, like that location ended up being like where a bank was. So
they're like, everyone just come on in.
Right, just bring all your gold and put it in the hole.
Gold, put it in the hole, just put your name, just carve your name in the dirt.
Right. I like your accent.
Thanks.
Your name in the dirt. So eventually in 1880, the next year, Buell, the guy, had opened up Occidental Hotel and Saloon in that location. And it was pretty much a part of the Wild West. Wild West. Not like Will Smith Wild Wild West, but you know.
Oh, dang it.
Like Jesse James Wild West? No, not Jesse. Jesse James is an actor.
Buffalo Bill.
Yes, exactly like Buffalo Bill, actually. I'm going to mention him. And the hotel was actually one of the most renowned hotels in Wyoming. Throughout its life, it was owned by various owners. And one of the little tidbits about them is that in 1918, during a high stakes poker game, Buell, the first owner, actually lost the hotel. Why do you bet that? Why would you bet that? To a J.R. Smith's.
Alcohol had to have been involved.
Oh, absolutely. It was in the saloon part. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But he lost the hotel to this guy named J.R. Smith, whose wife he didn't feel like running
familiar.
it. J.R. Smith. I mean, I just talked about Will Smith, so maybe they're related.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's probably it. They're probably related. So Will Smith, his wife Jada,
wait,
or Jade. No, not really.
Oh, I was like, wait a second.
I don't even have the wife's name because nowhere mentioned it, but
you're making sure I was listening.
This part alone was hard to find, so the details were very scarce. But his wife pretty much ran it, and she actually ran it successfully for like 58 years. So go wife,
Go wife.
doing her thing.
Yeah.
So being in such a well-traveled area, the hotel had seen lots of famous faces in history, including Buffalo Bill Cody,
Ooh.
who I didn't know who this guy was. I've heard of him, but I didn't know what he was famous for. So I looked up all these people. He fought in the Civil War and he hunted and killed over 4,000 buffalo just in like a year. In a year. Like, dude, that guy
He
went
got nothing
ham. He
better to
went
do.
buffalo. No,
He went
he was feeding construction workers apparently. Sorry, PETA.
There's still plenty of buffaloes, so
Yeah. They're populated, guys, don't worry. It's fine. They're delicious too.
yes,
Um,
they are. My dad shot one time.
You what?
My dad shot one.
A
one
buffalo?
time. Mhm.
Does he have it? Like the head?
No, wait. Oh, no. For some reason, he didn't do that one.
Oh.
He's got like elk and deer up in their house though,
Oh,
and a bear.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Scary at night. Another
Yes.
famous person, very famous, was Teddy Roosevelt, the 26th president. He stayed there, spent some time there
Good
every
old
now and then.
Teddy.
Yeah, Teddy. Teddy.
Teddy.
And General Sheridan, who was a famous Union general and Calamita, I'm gonna butcher this. Calamity Jane, who was famous
Sorry,
for
Bob.
being an American frontier woman and a sharpshooter, so she was badass.
Yeah.
So in the 1920s and 1930s, the Great Depression hit, and the hotel began to obviously lose customers,
Right.
and it went vacant, started becoming run down, and in the 1980s, they thought that, it's going to get torn down. It's done
Right.
for. But in 1997, it was saved by a Dawn Dawson, who actually owns it today. She restored it and got the hotel on the National Register, so it can't be torn down or anything. And she brought it back to its former glory.
Oh, good job.
Good job. I like hearing stories like that because
Yeah.
So that's a little bit of the history behind it. There's not a whole lot of known deaths, but there is one that is known there. So I'll talk about that one real quick. I'm sure a lot of people did die on the premises though, because and I'll tell you this later, but there's like bullet holes there still from the original, yeah. So there was some shooting. There was probably a lot of cowboys that died every now and then just from losing games or drunk fights.
Well, if there's a saloon.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sure there's a lot of other deaths that happened there. And plus this was like the time of like Indians and cowboys fighting and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Maybe on the premises. But this one is about a girl named Emily, who actually lived there with her mother. Her mother was a prostitute in like a brothel that was there at the time, sex worker in the brothel at the time. And she unfortunately died of cholera in 1902.
Oh.
But that's pretty much the only well-known like documented death that happened there.
Interesting.
Yeah. So with Emily, she is the most commonly reported ghost seen there. People have seen her with her dark hair and her white dress just standing in areas. I know, super creepy.
That is.
Yeah, like their encounters with her are pretty nice and not like bad.
Yeah.
But the staff does say that she can be quite the prankster. Occasionally she'll pull on people's hair or their clothes, tap people on their shoulders, grabbing hands. People will hear a female voice in the hall, which they think is her.
No, I don't like that.
So that's Emily there that we know of. And I could only find one place that said something about him, but apparently Teddy Roosevelt has been seen getting ready for a fishing trip in the library, which how do you know? Like, do you see him like grabbing a rod and a reel and like getting his bait and being
putting the
like,
bait on it.
getting, like, oh, he must be getting ready for a fishing trip. And that's definitely Teddy Roosevelt. So, like, I saw his ghost. I don't
That's so
know.
creepy.
Like one source said
But
that.
I love that.
I know, I do too. I was like, "Oh, I've actually heard of him in lots of different ghost stories."
Me
So,
too. Yeah.
he's
Maybe
been around.
he's making his rounds. He
Maybe
just
he's
like
still alive, and maybe no one knows. Maybe he's like the oldest man in the world. Teddy Roosevelt, if you're there,
blink twice.
blink twice. Oh, I love it. Teddy Roosevelt, if you're there, blink twice. Oh, it's great. So people have also reported seeing strange lights floating around the upper floors, hearing strange voices, feeling cold spots. They've gotten lots of EVPs from like investigators. Doors have been seen opening and closing and caught on camera. They've seen shadow figures. They've heard
Oh.
glasses clinking in the restaurant area. And this was another one that I saw. According to one of my sources, there was a guest who left the hotel in the middle of the night because they were run off by some kind of paranormal experience. The hotel had received a phone call from the guest who was in panic. And they told them that while they were asleep, someone pulled off all their covers.
Ew.
And they reported that items were being thrown around the room. And
Oh my gosh.
the hotel tried to provide another room, but they had left
They're
and
like, heck no,
never
techno.
returned. I wouldn't either.
I would hate that so much.
Right. And after they left, the owner went into the room and saw like everything was just a mess and thrown everywhere. Nightstands were knocked over, bed was moved, and things were just like thrown all over the floor.
That ghost was mad.
Right. They were drunk.
They were drunk.
What is
a
it
drunk cowboy.
doing there? What is this stupid nightstand?
That's not what I put it.
Does this face
Goes over here.
Today,
I had a burp and cough at the same time.
it's like
I'm sorry. Like the burp and cough
Okay,
came at like the
that's great.
same time and I had no control over it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I love it. That's
I
great.
have to- I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
So as for today, you can actually continue to go and eat here and stay there.
Really?
Yeah, like they have it like decked out to where it's like if you step in there, you feel like you're in the same time that it was born. The hotel is actually furnished with some of the original furniture and has like old-fashioned antiques in there.
I hope they don't have the same
and
mattresses.
ew, gross. Bed bugs. It's a 4.5 out of 5 star or 4.5 out of 5 stars. So no bed bugs. There's actually a really nice part is that there's bullet holes still there too. So
I like
you know, like you
that.
can get like it's kind of like a skylight. You know, like stars, like natural
like-
stars in your room.
They advertise it as like natural lighting.
Yeah. We're trying to save on electricity. We kept these for a reason.
I actually like that they kept the bullet holes.
I
'cause
know,
there's
me too.
history
It
there.
makes
That's
yeah,
cool.
exactly. Yeah, it makes it really cool. And they actually in that town in Buffalo, that's actually where they shoot the show Longmire. So, I'm pretty
Oh.
sure they've used the saloon area
Yeah.
for shootings. But yeah, that is the story of the historical Occidental Hotel in Wyoming, Buffalo, Wyoming. You
I
guys
don't
should go
like
stay
that
there.
it's named Occidental.
I know, it sounds weird. Like, I kept on putting it as octagonal, and I was like, this isn't
That's not it.
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Occidental Hotel in Buffalo, Wyoming. Go stay there. I read some great reviews. So, and a lot of people have seen like Emily and have had other things weird happen. Nothing
It's
bad.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend Kate is from Wyoming.
Oh yeah, that's right. She is.
Mhm.
Kate.
Shut up. What was that? Did you do that on purpose?
No, Dakota may have gotten popped. Josh may have gotten chased, or Justin chased Dakota and
Oh.
popped her because I heard her yelp.
Oh, okay.
She's fine, guys. She's fine. She yelps whenever you lift her hand. She probably went and stole Natalie's chicken nuggets. You can cut that out. I don't care.
That was so scary.
Was it loud?
Yeah.
I was looking at stuff to make sure we weren't having an earthquake.
That's
I
why
was
I
like,
was like, did you do that on purpose? Because it was so loud.
Yeah. Hello? Oh, I thought someone was knocking on the door. I don't know what that
Oh.
was. That's really weird. It's so loud in here from up there.
Dakota.
Hello?
Do you need to go check?
Yeah,
Go check. I'll go
my
pee.
child might be out there.
Okay. And I will always love you. And I will always love. What's another song I know? I can't think of any songs right now. What is it called? Applebee's on a date night. Got the bourbon steak and the Oreo shake with some whipped cream on the top two straws, one check, girl, I got you, bougie like Natty, and the styrofoam, squeaky on the truck up bed all the way home. It's some Alabama jam, but Dixieland, I like it. That's how I do, fancy like, ooh. What's another song? Currently rewatching The Office. And what? What's so funny?
Are you singing?
Nope.
You're so cute. Sorry, I had to
Parent.
make a number one.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this is so loud. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's not like you touch it a lot.
Guys, I am consuming alcohol.
Marie.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I haven't had it in a while, so, you know.
And you're being responsible. It's okay.
Oh, no, I've been sick. Yeah, that's... I'm done being sick. I'm sorry. That took forever, but it is exactly what I thought. Dakota was in the kitchen eating the kids' food, and Josh caught her, and
Dakota.
I
She
know.
got in trouble, got put in timeout.
Yeah, she's in her pen right now.
Oh.
It's okay.
Poor
It's
Dakota.
good.
I like Macy more, so it's okay.
Macy's a lot sweeter and less licky.
Yeah, Dakota will like lick my socks, everyone. It's so gross.
I know. It's so gross. I know. I had a guy come here the other day to check our window or to evaluate our window or whatever, and because I'm like, I promise they don't bite. I was like, I can put them up if you want me to, and he's like, no, it's okay. And he's like, wow, she licks a lot, and he kept on saying like, she licks a lot. Wow, she licks a lot, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm putting her up right now. Like, I feel like you're trying to hint to me like it's really annoying. Put your dog up. She's licking me too much. And I was like, yeah, she would be no help if we had an intruder in the house.
She'd be like, I just want to give you kisses.
You taste salty.
And lick the bottom of your socks.
Ew. Oh, okay. I'll tell you at the end. I did have something that I wanted to tell you from last episode, but I forgot.
You can tell me now. Or you want to save it?
I can tell you now. So whenever I was doing the Black-Eyed Kids story, I meant to tell you, because you know how sometimes creepy things happen to me or weird things happen to me whenever I'm doing my stories. So something happened to me then. We have this Dalmatian dog toy that you pull. It's like string. You've probably seen one before. Pretty common baby toy. But anyway, it's usually off. And it usually doesn't turn on unless you press the buttons. And it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I hear
no.
Do do do. I like to say every day we can walk and we can ride. Let's all have fun. Follow you everywhere you go. I woke up and I'm like, Josh, the toy's going off. And he's like, okay. He's like, just let it go. And I was like, no, I need it off like now. That's freaking me out. Like anything but kids' toys. So yeah, that happened in the middle of the night. It just went off on it. It wasn't close to like it was. Josh said it was on its side, but that's it. Like it must have been, and the dogs were all sleeping. The cat was asleep. So like, I don't know. It just went off.
I know what happened. Charlotte got up and turned it on real quick.
That's exactly what happened. Hopefully that, or like maybe a teeny tiny earthquake happened and it like nudged it. I don't know.
Yeah, could have.
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying happened. I do too. Now that toy really freaks me out, and I always check it before we go to sleep. I am fixing to give it to our neighbor, actually, because she's looking for baby toys. So I'm gonna give it to Leia. Sorry, Leia. You don't listen to this anyway. The Dalmatian can sing to your children.
Ew. I hate that.
No thanks.
Another thing, last week when Josh called you.
Oh yeah.
I meant to tell you that used to be Rick's ringtone.
The Mandalorian?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so both of our husbands are nerds.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. I changed it for some reason. Oh, probably because I liked the Disney one that I have. Yeah. Well,
what?
Mandalorian's Disney.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's right. I always forget that Star Wars is Disney now. It's weird.
Yeah, it's been that way for a long while. Like
it's still weird.
I know. It is. You're right.
I guess it's been like 10 years.
It's been more than 10 years.
I just want to stay on this for a while. Anyway.
Stay on what?
Zoom.
Oh. You want to hear a story?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I so do, because you made me so excited to hear it.
Okay, so this is actually was requested by one of our listeners. Her name is Carol, and she's actually been she is Rick's best friend's wife's mom. So Rick's best friend's mother-in-law.
Oh, okay.
But she also works at the hospital that Rick is at. So she comes in and talks to him every day and talks to both of us.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Carol, for all that you do.
Yeah,
You're
she's
amazing.
uh-oh. Yeah, so she works there.
Your mic
So
on?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I couldn't see any lights.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
It must just be like the glare or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she comes in and sees him every day, and Rick told her about our podcast because she listens to podcasts while she's working and stuff. And so she listens to true crime. She loves true crime. So she started listening to us, and then she's like, do you take listener requests? And I was like, sure do.
Heck yes, we do.
So this is shout out to Carol. Thank you. First off, thank you so much for everything that you do at the hospital.
Definitely.
And then secondly, thank you for this story.
Thank
And
you, Carol.
another thing is she actually worked, like back in the day, worked with the murderer before he murdered people or whatever comes of the story. She actually worked with him at a gas station.
Like this person in this story?
Yep.
What?
Yeah, so this story takes place in Cottonwood, California, which is like 30-minute drive from Redding, which is where I'm at right now.
Right.
So it's like a hometown story
I'm like
for me
in
also.
my head trying to guess, but I probably won't.
I never heard of this story. So
Okay.
when she told me about it, I actually had to read a book, a whole freaking book. It was like 300 pages. And then I watched a documentary and then read news articles about it because
Yep.
it was one of those like there's not a lot of information about it except for like extravagant.
You have to get everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's
a good story then.
Yes, it
You did a lot of digging.
I did a lot of digging. So, and she told me that when I like looked it up, I was like, there's like nothing on this except for like a few news articles and a book.
Right? Like who has time to read a book?
Yeah, well, I did because
did you read it or did you listen?
No, I read it because it was
snap.
I didn't know if there was any Audible tapes, but I had to read the book.
Oh.
So it was like 350 pages or something.
That's what I did with the Valiant Thor. I had to buy a bunch of
that's
books on
right.
Audible.
Yeah, I didn't listen because there's nothing else better to do at the hospital. So yeah. Anyways, so this is the story of Carol Garden. So Todd Garden was a pretty typical
Carol Garden?
Yeah.
Is this the lady that requested it?
No, this her name is Carol, but two separate Carols.
Gotcha. Yeah. I was like, wait a second.
Yeah,
she's
this
involved.
Is a story of her.
I know she said she worked with him.
Yes, she worked with him at a gas station at one point. But so
okay.
Todd Garden was a pretty typical grungy guy in the 80s, you know, like black, wore everything black. And anyways, and he and his friend Colin Colbank met in Portland, Oregon, where they were from, and they created a band together. They're like, yeah, let's get a band together. They had typical groupies that and did shows often. They would dabble with cigarettes and they would drink and sleep with the little groupie gals that they had, and you know, had a great time. Typical. So Todd actually eventually met Carol Garten. That wasn't her last name at the time, but he met Carol, and she seemed to really keep him straight on the straight and narrow. But Carol never actually brought Todd around her family, so they weren't like too sure of him. They're like, we don't really know him. He's not the greatest of guys, just by, you know, his demeanor and stuff like that. But And they also said that he was really immature for his age. Carol then shocked her family when she decided to move out and move in with Todd. Todd then enlisted into the Marine Corps.
Mhm.
Into the Marines.
Corps.
Enlisted into the Marine Corps. And Carol's family was actually really excited about that because they're like, that will straighten him
you out.
up.
Right.
Mhm.
That's what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks about the military. They're going to put some discipline in them.
Yeah, no.
There's a but there.
Todd barely made it out of basic training.
What?
He
like
couldn't.
The easiest part.
I know, but he couldn't take orders, so they discharged him. Like I've actually known quite a few people that either dropped out of basic training because they did so terrible, or they're like, please don't come back. Like, yeah.
I've never heard of that before. I figured it was like super easy.
So, well, it's not like you can't do it physically. It's
you have to be able to listen to people and do as you're told.
Yeah, and I've actually known quite a few people here that I went to high school with that never made it past basic training. So
that's what the military is. Take orders, follow them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So he was discharged. They decided to move to Cottonwood, California for a fresh start, which is that town that I was telling you about. So that is where Todd met Dale Gordon and at Dale's alignment shop that he had.
Sounds like a race car driver.
Well, what's funny is when I was researching this, I saw the name Dale Gordon because my dad has a really good friend named Dale. And so I took a picture of the guy and sent it to my dad. I'm like, is this Dale? Is this Dale, your friend? And so he ended up calling me and we're talking and he's like, no, Dale has a car wash. And I was like, and I felt so dumb because I'm like, I know this Dale that you're friends with. I don't know how I didn't put the two together for a second. He's like, nope, that's not him. I'm like, oh, good, because he would have been involved in a murder. So different Dale Gordon. But that's where Todd met Dale Gordon at Dale's alignment shop, and they became really good friends. They both had military backgrounds and bonded
whatever.
Bonded over the love of guns and whatnot. So Dale ended up losing his shop and couldn't make ends meet. So Todd and Carol opened up their home to him. And Todd got Dale a job at the fencing company he worked for. Todd was also friends with a guy named Norman. I don't know how they met, but he had a friend named Norman. Todd, Norman, Carol, and Dale were like a little gang. Todd brought them all together, but Carol was like the one that kept them grounded and kept them together. She was the fun one, the glue of the group. She always came up with ideas to do things, or would put them in their place when it was needed. Todd was... Yeah, she was like a mom of the group. But Todd was the ringleader of the group, though. He would always talk about a secret Irish military group filled with ex-CIA members that he would occasionally, that he was a part of, and would occasionally like offer Dale and Norman to be a part of it. And they're like, nah, man, that ain't for me. Like, it was just like a weird, he'd like casually like drop it into conversations like, the group that I'm, yeah, we did this, blah, blah, blah. So September of 1997, Carol found out she was pregnant. All of them were super excited about the new addition to the little posse. Carol didn't tell her parents or brothers about it until she was about 5 months pregnant, which was a little strange, but regardless, like she was really excited when she told her parents, like, they're like, this is her destiny, like this is what she was meant to do, is to be a mom.
Yeah.
On May 16th, 1998 at 7 p.m., the police got a call about a possible homicide. They found Carol's body laying on the ground in her bedroom.
Dang it, Amy.
I know. She had multiple gunshot wounds, and the paramedics attempted to revive her, but she was ultimately pronounced dead on the scene. And her baby, which she was 8 months pregnant at the time, did not make it either.
Ugh.
I know,
I
I'm
hate this
sorry.
guy.
I know. So Todd and Dale
Carol, why did you suggest that? It's okay. It's interesting.
Todd and Dale were taken down to the station to give their stories to this. Why did I say that? Todd and Dale were taken down to the station to give their stories. And this is what Dale said. Dale went to work and came home expecting everyone to be home by then, but he found the front door open, so he thought that they had been robbed, but nothing was missing. So about 15 minutes later, Todd came home and went to their bedroom, and that's when Dale heard Todd yell, "Call 911" from his bedroom. Todd's story was that Norman, Carol, and Todd went to the fairgrounds where there was a gun show happening.
Different stories.
Well, hold on. Todd said that they went to the fairgrounds where a gun show was happening to sell guns there. Carol showed up later with her friend after checking out the birthing unit at the hospital. And after being at the show for a while, Carol said she wanted to go home, and Norman went with her. Todd left the fairgrounds about 5 o'clock, went to his parents to drop off a piece of equipment, then drove home. And that's when he found Carol on the floor in the bedroom laying in a pool of blood. So their stories line up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just didn't get the before part. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. The police put out and they I don't know if I wrote this in the story or not. They checked out his alibi and it checked out Todd's.
So he's at the gun show.
Yeah, he was at the gun show, and then his parents, and then went home. The police put out a bolo, which is be on the lookout for Norman, because he was more than likely the last person to see Carol alive because he went in the car with her. About 12 hours after the murder of Carol, Norman was found and went down to the station in Reading because, like, I don't know why he couldn't go to Conway. I don't know. Anyway,
maybe at the time.
Or it's
Reading,
because, like,
maybe it was bigger.
Well, I think it was because the sheriff, like, it
where
was
they were found.
Yeah,
Right.
the sheriffs,
Right.
Instead of the city. Norma said when they got back to the house from the gun show, Norman said that when they got back to the house from the gun show, Carol and him finished a movie that they started watching the night before, and then she went to bed. Norman then took the movie back to the movie rental store and then went back to the house. He then walked back into the house, pulled out a pistol and hid it in his jacket, quietly walked into her room, cocked the gun and shot her, then left. And he just just admitted it. He said that he killed Carol out of jealousy. What? In the office, the officers were like, "You killed Carol out of jealousy?
Right?
Who are you jealous of?"
Yeah.
Then they're like, "What the heck?" They're like, "There has to be more to this story," but that's all they got. On May 22nd, they had a memorial service for Carol. Her parents said that there was a lot of people that they didn't know there. They're like, what? Like, they felt out of place because it was their daughter, but it was like
they were the strangers.
Yeah. Colin, Todd's old bandmate, went to the memorial service, even though he lived in Portland, but he came down for the service. Colin and his girlfriend went to the memorial. They walked into the lobby and saw a woman standing there named Lynn. Who is Lynn? Glad you
Right?
asked.
Oh, who is Lynn, Amy?
So let's go back 12 years to 1986.
Okay.
Lynn was a groupie for the band Todd and Colin were in. Lynn was also trying to get close to Todd and would constantly get Todd in trouble for things, do drugs and whatnot. She
was a troublemaker.
She was bad news.
Bad news bears.
After the band split and Todd and Carol moved to Cottonwood, Lynn was like out of the picture. She ended up getting married and lived a happy life in Portland with her husband, Dean Noyes. And
what an 80s name, Dean. Sorry.
Yeah. She was living a good life with her kid and her husband and up in Portland. So they're like, why is she here? Like, what the heck is going on?
How do you know her?
Yeah. So all of their friends were like super shocked. They're like, what the heck? And she was also like, during the service, she was like all over Todd, like hanging on him and like, Todd.
And she's married.
Yeah. And everyone's like, Todd's wife just died. Like, get off of him.
Right.
So their friends, they were like, something is not right. Something is wrong here. So let's go back to
the present.
The day after the service. May 18th.
Back from the past. Yeah. Sorry.
On May 18th, 1998, Norman reached out to the police. I mean, he was obviously arrested, but he was like, I got some more news. So he reached out to the police and said that there's more to the story. He said that he did not commit the murder because of jealousy. It was actually a contract. And he said he was hired.
The Irish.
He said that he was hired to be an assassin in an organization which was somehow tied back to the military. An assassin hire group. He said he received a packet from the head of the company, and inside the packet was a job he must complete. He was told before he opened the packet that he cannot go back and he must complete it. Otherwise, his family would be killed.
I was about to say, I wouldn't complete it if I was told to do it, but then your family's going to get killed. And
yeah, but that was before he even opened up the packet. Okay. When Norman opened up the packet, he was shocked to find that the person to murder was Carol. It had a picture of her address, work address, phone numbers, all of it, everything. There was no denying that it was Carol, along with the window of time to complete the mission, which was between March 28th and May 20th. Norman told the police that he had destroyed the packet, which explained Carol was a spy and had planted bombs in Ireland back when she was a teenager. But he did save the wax the envelope was sealed with. So, and he also said that he had been in contact with someone from the company, but only by email, and the contact person's code name was Josephine. The police were like, the fuck? Like, what the heck?
It's like a 20th century scammer.
The
20th century murder scammer.
Yeah, the police were like, what? So since he had gave them this information, they're like, all right, let's go see if it's true or not.
How did this not be big news?
I have no idea.
This is like crazy.
I know.
Anyway, sorry.
Maybe that's why there's a book about it.
Oh, yeah.
They found a wax seal and the emails between Josephine and Norman. Norman continued to talk to the investigators regularly, and Norman was always talking about how he feels like it was a setup by someone. He's like, I don't understand why someone would want Carol to be killed. She's not a significant person, because this company was all about like controlling like the government and stuff like that. So he's like, I don't understand why Carol needed to be killed. Why would someone want her dead? Then all of a sudden, while talking to the police, it dawned on Norman that Josephine was actually Lynn Noyes, the groupie. Yep.
Sorry.
It's okay.
She was a spy. What?
After
This
a few
story
discussions,
is what?
after a few discussions, it was discovered that Todd and Lynn had an ongoing affair. So she never was out of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Norman also told the investigators there was another target and even an attempt to kill the victim. And that victim was Dean Noyes, Lynn's husband.
Jeez.
So
what?
In an interview, Dean said he had good memories with Lynn. They were in love. They had no reason to believe she was wrapped up in a conspiracy to kill him. She, never gave, they had a really good marriage.
Denial.
A search warrant was issued for the Noyes home. Dean said that that's actually how he found out that someone wanted to kill him, because the police showed up in Portland. They're like, we have a warrant to search your home. And he's like, what the heck? What's going on? And so they went over the warrant with him, and he was reading it, and in the warrants conspiracy to kill Dean Noyes, and he's like, someone wants to kill me?
What?
So
why break the news?
I know. Lynn was brought down to the sheriff's office in Portland, and during the interview with the officers, one of the officers that was interviewing her, I watched an interview of an officer that conducted the interview with Lynn, and he said that Lynn seemed like an ordinary soccer mom, not someone who would be caught up in murder for hire. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
So Lynn did end up confessing to her involvement of Carol and her husband, Dean. In the interview, she said that she has been out of control for a long time and always wanted her and Todd to end up together, but not like this, with people dying and people being sad.
I don't want anybody to die. I just want to be with him.
Yeah.
But if it has to be done, it has to be done.
It has to be done.
Dean. With Destin.
So the documentary that I watched, Dean said Lynn was down there for about 8 hours. Then they let her come home.
They didn't put her in jail?
No.
You killed a pregnant woman.
Could you imagine his shock?
Right?
When he's like, they just let her come home?
She's gonna kill you, man. Run.
When she
I'd be watching every knife in the house. I'd be so ready. It'd be like Mr. and Mrs. Smith up in there.
When she came back to the house, when they she came back to the house, they sat down at the dining table and she told him everything. So, I mean, good on you for controlling yourself, Dean. So she said Todd approached Dale, his buddy, in 1997 about killing Dean. He said that he told Dale that Dean was an abusive husband and he was going to kill Lynn, and she was scared. So they're like, we have to kill Dean, instead of calling the cops. I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Dale, Todd, and Norman went up to Portland to plot Dean's murder. Lynn gave them the description of Dean's car, and they went to the parking garage at his work, where they were going to wait for him to leave work and then shoot him with a silenced pistol. But when they got to the garage, they didn't find the vehicle that he was supposed to be driving, so they left. Dean believes that Lynn gave them the wrong description of the vehicle on purpose to save him. So Dean said that he doesn't have any hate towards Lynn for wanting him dead.
I mean,
he doesn't believe he truly wanted to do it.
Maybe, but at the same time, like, dude, like, she was still involved in it. She could have easily gone to the police. Or told you, hey, by the way, somebody's going to try to kill you.
Yeah. But then she would have to confess to her affair.
Well, if you want to be a good person.
Yeah. Well, clear. You okay? You okay?
You talking to your mic?
You both, you and the mic.
Mike, are you okay? Is your mic's name Mike?
No, I would never name my mic Mike.
Oh, okay.
What's your mic's name?
I just now realized I should probably name my mic.
We should name it. I wouldn't name it Mike because that's Alice's granddad that we don't like.
Oh, ew.
Yeah. But
sorry.
No, that's okay.
No, sorry.
But there are some good Mikes because my uncle's name is Mike. And the nurse that saved Rick's name is Mike. So there are good Mikes out there. Oh, and Rick's brother's name is Mike. His name is Michael.
That's right.
Sorry, Michael.
Sorry, Michael. Does he listen?
I don't think Michael?
So. Oh, dude, I want to hear the rest of the story.
Okay, sorry. No. Okay,
I'm so like wrapped up into it. I'm gonna ask you details later about more stuff.
Okay, so Todd built up this assassination group he was a part of so much that everyone believed that he was a part of it, claiming he did like all these operations because of his military background.
He was talking about it before everything was even a thing.
Yeah. He'd been talking about it for a long time.
He'd been planning this for a while.
He had to have.
Yeah.
He said that he was part of all these operations because of his military background and was once loaned out to the DEA by the Marines because he was so good at what he did. Which, okay. The investigators were able to determine Todd was the ringleader and responsible for Carol's death. And upon an investigation, Todd was actually took out a life insurance policy on Carol for $125,000. Which dun. That's like
that should have been like
there.
Wait. They didn't see that before? Like, how long before she died did that happen? Because that's like a huge flag right there.
It is a big flag, but it's not uncommon for people to take life insurances out on family members.
Especially married,
So it was this was they found out during their investigation, but they didn't find that out until the computers and everything was compensated taken for investigation. So okay. With all the testimonies and evidence against him, Todd Gardner was arrested. Garton. It's pronounced it's spelled Garton, Garton, but it's pronounced Garden. Yeah. So the trials began in 2011. Del Gordon was sentenced to prison for 10 years for his role in conspiracy to kill Dean Noyes. During the interview that I saw on the documentary, Del said he deserved jail. He was like, I deserved it.
Good for him.
He was so
owning
sorry
up to his shit.
Yep. He was so sorry that he even had the thought to kill Dean and didn't realize that Todd was manipulating everybody. So Lynn Noyes, the wife, was sentenced to 25 years in prison for her role in Carol's murder. and will be eligible for parole in just 3 years, which
From
is kind
now?
of crazy. Yep. Norman Daniels was the one that actually killed Carol, was sentenced to 50 years in prison for the murder of Carol and will be eligible for parole in 30 years. And Carol's brother during the documentary said that he actually felt sad for Norman because during the testimony on the stand, you could really tell that Norman truly believed if he didn't do it,
It
that they
sounds
would.
like it, yeah. Especially since
He,
he seemed like the government thing was kind of sketchy because he saved the wax seal.
yep. He truly believed that if he didn't do it, he would get killed. You know, his wife and kids would get killed.
Yeah. I mean, what do you do?
Yeah. So after an hour and 10 minutes of deliberation, Todd was sentenced to death for first-degree murder of his wife and unborn child. He is currently on death row at the San Quentin
Yeah.
State Prison in California.
Good.
And there's another part that I didn't know where to put it in the story because it really, I mean, it fits,
Jumbled
but it doesn't
everywhere.
fit. Yeah. Another part was the company he talked about, which is fake, by the way, obviously, was an Irish assassination
Nah.
or was an Irish assassin company. And during the trials and being questioned on the witness stand, Todd spoke in a phony Irish accent.
What? He's really trying to play the part.
Like, I don't know where to put this, but
a little tidbit there.
Yeah, so that is the story of Carol Garden.
What's that
And
noise? That.
Are you doing that?
No.
I'm not doing it.
Stop it. Stop.
I'm serious. I'm not doing it. It sounds like a dog is licking at the bottom of the door.
Hello? What is that noise? Stop it! You're making noises on the podcast. It's okay. We're almost done. Oh my god, I almost cried.
What was
So
it?
many interruptions. Oh my god.
What was it?
It's Josh and Natalie running around upstairs and shaking the door in here.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. You could hear that on your end?
Yeah, I could hear.
It sounded like
a
How
dog
long
was
have you been hearing it for?
Oh, just a couple seconds.
Okay.
Just like a few seconds before you said, "What is that?"
Yeah, I yelled out. I opened the door. I was expecting Natalie to be on the other side of the door, and I didn't see anyone there. And I was just like, no. And I hear Josh and Natalie laughing upstairs, and I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "Natalie and I are running around upstairs." And I was like, "Well, stop recording the podcast. You're messing us up." Oh, sorry, everybody.
geez.
I have adult children and actual children, so as
You have 3
everything else.
kids.
I have 3 children.
Yeah.
My almost 28-year-old is running around with my 1-year-old, so it's good time. It's good times.
Good times.
That was such a good story. Oh my gosh. I want to know where that documentary is or
I will
where I
send
can
it
find
to
it.
you.
Yes, please. That sounds, oh my gosh, that was so good.
So
That
good.
sounds
And
like
the book
something
is
like
really
you'd
good
hear
too.
on TV.
I know. It seems like it's fake, but it's real. It happened.
That's so wild.
I know.
Oh, poor Carol.
I know.
And thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol, Jordan's stepmom for not stepmom, Jordan's mother-in-law for sharing that to us.
Yes. And also, thanks for everything that you do because your job is hard.
Your job is very hard. Yep.
especially right
And
now.
thank you for keeping an eye on my husband.
Yeah. How's he
Yeah.
doing?
He's doing good today.
Good.
Yeah, he's having a good day. Oh, what was I going to say? She listened. I was like, when you listen, just like skip over episode 3.
Oh yeah,
And
no
she's
episode 3.
I was like, please don't listen to that episode.
It's our little inside
inside
joke.
It's not an inside
thing,
joke.
but
Like it's there.
It's our warning. Like
it's our running
warning.
joke. Yeah.
Listen to What's with the Neighbors, but skip episode 3.
Skip episode 3.
Go back to it after you've heard a few good episodes.
Yeah.
And have had a drink or two.
I told her, I was like, you should like listen to the newest ones and then go backwards.
Yes.
I was like, our sound gets so much better in the first couple episodes. After our first couple episodes.
My brother was just listening or was just telling me that he's all caught up with us. And I was like, yeah. I was like, are you liking it? And he's like, yeah, y'all have gotten so much better. Your sound is really good now. And I was like, yeah, it's because we're recording over Zoom. I was like, and we have new mics. So he's like, oh yeah. He's like, you guys should record in a closet. And I was like, yeah. I was like, Amy said some podcasts do or have done that. And I was like, Amy has a sauna. We should record in her sauna.
Oh.
Just saying. That'd be like confined space, no echoes.
We'd be so close to each other.
Yeah, we would just have to wear headphones so we wouldn't bounce off of each other. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I can get close.
You can get
By the way,
close.
Oh, we can get close. Close. Your shadow on your microphone every now and then makes you look like you're missing some teeth. I keep like second looking. I'm like, what happened to her mouth?
It's the way I set it up today, the light and the microphone, and
it keeps on hitting your teeth, and I'm just like,
Amy, what's happened to you?
Has the tooth fairy made some visits to you? I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too. We should be going home. As soon as Rick goes to rehab, we'll see him for like a day or so, and then we're gonna head back. So,
well, you guys take your time.
I actually bought.
But don't. But do.
Yeah. I bought us tickets back. So,
for when?
I mean, the 30th.
Continue. Sorry.
The 30th. Oh, that's okay. I bought them for the 30th, but I will change them as needed. So,
are they gonna let you do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
because we had a companion fare that was going to expire today. So I was like, well, we have to book it, otherwise we don't get that companion fare. So
gotcha.
Yeah, they'll let us change it as long as
you just guys gonna like play it by ear.
Yeah. So because I might, if he's not out of the hospital by the 30th, we may come back anyways, because we need to make an income.
Is your mom able to and stuff?
My mom?
Is your mom able to help him out? Oh wait, his parents are there too. Everybody there to like able to help him out there? That's good.
Yeah. But
good.
Yeah, we need to get home and start making money. So
I get that. Yeah.
Anyways.
Aww, sad day.
Oh, do you want to hear my neighborhood story?
I totally do.
We almost forgot it, didn't we?
Probably cut a lot of that out. Yep.
No,
almost did.
Not going to.
Left you out. Oh, I'm not going to skip you today on the sign off.
Okay. Yay, thanks for not doing that to me.
Do you want to do the Patreon part?
Yeah, I do.
You did that really cute. It was like, it looked like you winked at whenever you did that.
Are you being called?
No.
Oh, it sounded like your phone
the
was
water
going
softener.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the water softener.
All right. I found this story on the Nextdoor app. also.
You can stop if you want to wait for a second. You can.
I can't
if you
hear
want
anything.
to. You
I don't
can't.
hear
Okay,
anything.
because I can hear it.
Oh, okay. This is on the Nextdoor app. I found your smile. Were you being chased by Sasquatch and lost your teeth in the escape? Were you yelling at your grandkids and you lost your teeth in frustration? Were you chasing the chicken across the road and in the middle of it saying, boink, boink, you lost your teeth?
What?
Were you drunk as a skunk, mumbling and stumbling across the street and your teeth fell out? How did you lose your teeth? I found someone's teeth in the street near Westgate and Cherry Creek Drive. Message me on how to get your chompers back, but be prepared to answer the question of how you lost them. Inquiring minds need to know. And then this is like the teeth.
Oh my
Like
god,
their
it's someone's
dentures.
dentures. That's fair. I would want to know too. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna give you these back, but I'm gonna need a story with it. Were you chewing gum and walking at the same time?
That's my
Is that
grandma.
what
She
happened?
can't do that.
Can't chew gum and walk at the same
Mm-mm.
time?
Nope.
That's cute. That's awesome. I love it. We had really good neighborhood story. We had good stories today.
Yeah, we did. I agree. I
Dude,
liked
your
yours a
story
lot.
was so good.
You have to watch. Rick even watched the documentary with me.
I'm you're gonna have to send it to me. I was gonna say I'm dying to watch it, but
dying.
oh, it's so funny.
All right, guys, we're gonna go.
Yep. So to listen to us, guys, you can find us pretty much anywhere. All of the big ones, including Google, Spotify, Apple, Facebook. Yeah, Facebook. You can find us on Facebook. On Apple, iTunes. If you could give us a review, that'd be great. Not just a rating, but a review as well. It just takes 2 seconds out of your day, guys. Please just write something nice about us and then give us 5 stars. That would be so great. Right? It helps us out so much. Also, you can follow and like us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and you can just search at wwtn podcast. Our website is what'swiththeneighbors.com, and on there you can
find our Patreon, which is www.patreon.com/what's with the neighbors. $5 a month gets you unlimited access to unedited videos and extra videos. And we want to do a lot of fun things that we're saving for our Patreon donor bus, but
it's pretty much our parents right now.
Yeah. We're waiting for more people to donate in order to do these things. So please, just $5 a month. That's all it is. And you want to see these beautiful faces. So
yeah, if you guys really like us and you want us to keep on going, it really helps us keep on going.
Yeah.
Equipment,
it does. Advertising, equipment. We want better things. So please, that would help us a lot. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Also, feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, or even stories, story suggestions, anything. Tell us how your day was. Tell us if you saw someone get stabbed. Why was I going to say that? I don't know. But I was, it's a personal true crime story.
Yeah, personal true crime stories. Or if you have if your neighbors are awful and you want to tell us about them,
complain about them to us. You can even use an incognito name. We don't care. Use Jane Doe and Fred Meyer. I don't know. Oh, that's a store. Also, I think people don't understand paranormal and true crime. There's so much into this that we can so many stories that we could tell, not just someone killing something. You can tell a stalker story, you can tell a cult story, alien, Sasquatch, Mothman, legend, urban legends, ghost, anything personal that involves any of these topics, send them in to our email, and that's at wwtnpodcast@gmail.com. We've been getting a little bit more stories this week, and they are greatly appreciated, and we want to be able to do listener stories at least like once a month or every few weeks. So send those stories in, even if they're like a friend of a friend's story, like send them to us. We will tell them.
Hear it.
We will spread the news.
We will spread the news.
Yeah, that is it. Thanks for listening.
That's it. And have you checked on the neighbors lately?
What's with the neighbors?
Brian, Amy.
Oh.
I love you, buddy.
I love you too. I miss you.
I miss you. Go have fun with your kid and husband.
Okay, I'm gonna go help them shake the whole house. Have a good night.
You
I'm
do.
Snapchat you drunk Snapchats.
Yay! And send me your video.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
All right. Bye.